Hey, I'm Kev Kim. Welcome back to MotoGP 19. So we head into round 16 here. Or 17, isn't it? With Phillip Island, Australia. After a cracking race for the team at the Truma Motegi in Japan last time out. We're at the penultimate Flyer 8 race. He's got a bike on the inside, annoyingly. I was going to cut back and try and exit away, but green power bike got in the way there, so we're 4 tenths down to Suzuki. So in qualifying 1, trying to make it through to qualifying 2. So it might have to be like the 39s maybe, or the 40s at least. Let's go wide in the hairpin, which is so easy to do. But we do love this circuit in Australia. One of the best circuits in the world for these bikes. Racing. It's got undulation, fast flowing corners, couple slow corners as well. For overtaking, long straight for drafting. It is fantastic. So we're 10th up. That's why I'm not having the best lap here. We've been a bit all over the place, not in apex at all. Even a bit wide in the final corner. Normally you can turn that flat out, but slightly wide. Should still be a 40 though, it looks like. No, 41.4. So we're going to have to improve by half a second at least. Hopefully no interruptions this time though. And normally a kind of circuit to us as well, Phillip Island. And so a couple of tenths down. Not the best start. Let's go through Casey Stoner corner. Now it is flat out left. Does have a bump though. Once again, slightly wide in the hairpin. Uphill through the left. Kind of just chuck the bike out that corner. So there we go, 3 tenths up. So we can get into that 1 minute 40 range. We've been getting all over the curb there. Let's get just a 10th. Still an improvement note. We will take that. Because we can easily take the last corner flat now. And it's on to 140.7. It's going to be close to it. Exactly the same. So we are fastest by 11 thousandths of a second ahead of the Turkish rider. Then Booth Amos and Agura making it through. Nice to see the Brit making it through ahead of Fernandez, Lopez and Arenas. Suzuki down in 8th in the end, did not improve ahead of Garcia and Murstaki. And we've got Fenati, Sasaki and Sanak on the back row, Rossi, Perez and Yurchenko. So go in, qualifying 2 then for 1 lap back glory here. Down under, try and grab pole. Let's head towards the first corner. Keep virtually flat and 5th as he steam past John McPhee. Oh, the bike did not grip there, what the hell? Might have gone on the power slightly early then. Normally the bike just follows the camber around that corner. We might have just been out of the groove though. So we're in the apex of the hairpin. There's been lots of moves there in the race. There ain't nice. That was much better through that left-hander, so up the hill. Didn't scrub too much speed, I don't think. You can see someone ahead. Hopefully they give us a tow down the front stretch though. So a bit wide in the hairpin. Just about hold on to the bike through this last corner, which kind of blends into one with these bikes, especially with that last corner being flat out. Well, it's a 39.8, that's what we're talking about. And it's pole by almost half a second ahead of Mazda, so they only ride under the 1:40 barrier, with our teammate rounding out the front row. It's Antonelli ahead of fellow countryman Della Porta, and Arbolino is the All-Italian second row. Emilio leads the third row ahead of McPhee and Binder. And we've got Tuber leading the fourth row, ran out the top 10 ahead of Vietti and Rodrigo. It's Kornfeld, Ramirez and Fogger. Then Onshu alongside Agura and Booth Amos on the sixth row. Looking at the grid, we've gone soft medium. That means it's not hard a tyre way around it. So lots of medium mediums, but soft mediums for Mazzi and Antonelli, the championship leader. Then lots of medium mediums, soft medium for Onshu. And then nicking into the second half of the grid, soft medium for Fernandez, medium soft for Arenas, that's interesting, and Garcia and Fanati. Then on the back row, it is medium, soft medium for Pierce, soft for Yurchenko, he's gambling. So they are revving up at the front. Sometimes look a bit different down it. Might still get underway. With a bit of wheel spin for this 12-lap race, but it sounds like no one is near us. Looks like he dropped the clutch perfectly there. We'll take the corner flat out on this opening lap. So another long race lap wise, but it's not as long as Mazzana, like that's slightly shorter here. And they really do fly by the laps round it. As Mazia behind us, got to go up to 12 ahead of Vietti. Problem for us is how high speed Phillip Island is. Like, so like Mazda on the outside. Like, due to that nature, it's kind of a oval race here, like a drafting race for the bikes. So we have to break the draft if we want to get away. There's Anthony ahead of Della Porta. Should we go ahead of Fogger into the points? It's all Della Porta fighting back. That could be beef for the championship, especially if Mino gets up there in 5th. We have Antonelli. It's been down in 19th, but the Booth Amos, poor start for the South African. So I've got the 24 with Lopez, also overtaken into the hairpin, and now down this front stretch as well. Expect some more as we're ahead of Mazda, Connect, Della Porta, Mino, Antonelli, Tuber, McPhee, Arbolino, Suzuki. Rounds out the top 10, or Onshu does. A cracking start from those two. We'll go a bit wide, but we've got the bike round. It's now up to 26 ahead of Lopez. Looks like Lopez dropping down the order like a stone. As we're braking like a stone there. So allowed Mazia by us, allowed our teammate by as well. It's all Connect down to 4th behind Della Porta. What have we done? That's way too easy around the outside of Mazia, as Ramirez up to 10th ahead of Suzuki. Let's Connect quickly back up to 3rd. Or not. So Mazda leaning on us through the left. As I see her battling with Rossi over 23rd. So that hairpin's a major downfall for us. Can't get the bike stopped for it. There's Vietti into the points. Moves into the top 10. To do a 140.4. Top 6 away from the pack. McPhee leading that head of 2, but Onshu and Ramirez. Start back with Perez. There's Anthony up to 5th ahead of Mino. There's Del Porter in 2nd now. Got close to half a second. So he might have let Del Porter free actually. We can get him by Kennett. And he's got Tuba and on shoot. Better than over 8. Del Porter nicking down the inside as Kennett battling with Antonelli. Might have to do the team game again here and back everyone up in this top 6. Because as I said, it's just Slipstream City here. You can afford to do it and still be with the lead pack. It's not like Trin Ring where one lap and you're over a second back. That's poor. Yeah, if you're in that second window, you're just going to slipstream down this front stretch. To go across the line, it's going to be in the 40s. 40.9. So Kennett ahead of Antonelli. Onto the McPhee now. Ramirez and Suzuki. Now we need to keep it in 6th and just dab the brakes. Let's connect back up to 3rd Del Porter. And we've got Ramirez ahead of Suzuki, Sasaki ahead of Arenas. Let's Mazia back up to 2nd. Let's call him 3rd. Oh, we got Kennett up to 2nd. Might have to let our teammate by here. Taking it. Kennett, accelerate, mate. So you're even on the grass. What are you doing, man? So down to 4th, tactically though. Trying to hold off Anthony and Mino here. So we've got Del Porter right in front in 3rd. So I might hold this position for a few laps. See what we can do back here. So going for the lead. It's almost into the back of Del Porter. So Kennett down to 3rd. Just making it free wide, don't mind us. It's all into the back of Mazia there in the hairpin. So he tries to get Kennett free, but he doesn't have the pace. It's easy sweep around the outside of Mazia. Back into the lead. It's all Anthony up to 4th headed Del Porter. Anthony can just cling in top 5 as well. Not good. I might have to change tactics as we approach the second half of this race then. Try and back Mazia up into Kennett. Maybe. We'll do 40.3. McPhee ahead of Onshoot. As we've got 2 packs here in the top 10. Virtually fell out that first corner. There's 30 up to 30 ahead of Cornfield, or not. As the veteran Moto3 rider fights back. As Rodrigo into the top 10 of Suzuki. Santiago Mino for 5th. As Masaki and Yurchenko battling hard over the wooden spoon. It seems like Yurchenko's gamble not working out in the tyres. It's 13-2, but battling hard now over 12. On shared admit fee for 7th. So we're second ahead. We're approaching that gap where we might be out of the draft. So we won that just in clean air. And suddenly we're away from everyone else. 39.9, Mazia, Canet, Porter, Antonelli, Mino. Seems like disappointing for Canet. Third's the best he can do pace-wise. But it doesn't have the pace of us or Mazia. Gap down to 8th, 10th, thanks to that toe on the front stretch. So maybe not quite out of slipstream range. Ramirez up ahead of On Shoot. It's been doing to the points ahead of Cornfield, so it seems like we've got maybe 3 groups here. Instead of Porter now battling with Mino, Anthony up to 4th. He's been ahead of Arbolino. So 3 maybe separate groups here battling in the points. Ramirez now up to 7th head of McPhee. Got 1.2 out the hairpin. So it's starting to go a bit sideways when you get on the power as well. So watch out for that, even though tyre wear probably not an issue. It never really is. So one of our kinder circuits, tyre wear, pace, wise, everything. Let's do a fast lap 39.6. It's Madison Canet pulling away from Antonelli and Kodo. Seems like behind. So we try and pull away from them. Oh, teleported back with Antonelli. Oh, I'm down! Just through pulling away. What? Well, now we're going to be flat out then for the rest of this race. Just cruising away in the lead. We're now halfway between the Mino top 5 group and McPhee leading the second group. Just we're getting into a rhythm as well. You can see the top 2 getting away from the rest. So we might be helping our team out here with that crash. As he'll be second, Anthony will be 4th maybe at best. You can see the Italians batting in front, the trio. So 1.1 back. The corner which dealt us this pain. We're dropping back. Now we gain 3/10. The trio in front. So we're in the final third of the race, but sitting down in 6th, but we've still got a chance here of at least a podium. We definitely have much more pace than I think anyone actually. Smith's in 7th, ahead of McPhee. Gap 3.9 behind. We doubled that gap from that same position on the last lap. Now we're all over Mino. Let's go for the dive, bit optimistic. Italian very slow in the final few corners. You can see drop back of the Della Porta Antonelli fight as well. Do 39.7, right back into the top 5 now. Oh, he lives much earlier into that first corner as well, does Mino. The bike going very wide. They hold it around the outside of Mino just. There's Antonelli in front then. You can see, doesn't quite have the pace for their Porter maybe. Oh, he's getting close here though. We're getting even closer. Round the outside into 3rd. Oh, they're standing still there. That was a bit too easy. There, Borton Antonelli. Now 1.7 second gap to Canet in front. He's just within slipstream range of Mazia, but doesn't seem to have the pace to make the move. We'll see what we can do for a teammate then on these last 2 laps here in Phillip Island. That's 39.6, being consistent. That's all. Anthony gets past the Portia. Maybe that actually is flat out that first corner. That's still 1.8 after the first set. It's not a stronger set to the first one though. No, it's the second. It's mainly the second after that where we're much stronger. It's all Canet all over the backside of Mazia. Yeah, make the move is our teammate for the lead. That's still 1.8, looking around the outside, which comes to the inside. The speed from is up to 23rd of Rossi. And Canet takes the lead. Oh no. That's still 1.8. It's been ahead of 2, but for 13th. The Spaniards will be battling for the win here, and it looks like we're too far back, I think. As ahead of the final lap here in Phillip Island. Yeah, gap's still 1.8. Anthony in 4th, their Porter in 5th. So now 1.7 back. Got to wait for the bike to straighten up there, unfortunately. .9 the gap. What the hell? This is still battling hard for the win. Still taking points off Antonelli though for Canet, which is important. As Anilso's coming to a race towards the line. Trying to get the popcorn out for that drive there. And see who's going to win it. Is it going to be Canet or Mazia? It's going to be Canet, is it? He's done it. Great finish. As Canet wins by just 0.04 of a second, as we're 1.6 seconds further back. 1.5 seconds ahead of Della Porte, who wins that battle ahead of Antonelli by less than 1/10 of a second, with Mino just behind in 6th. McPhee wins the battle of the second group ahead of Ramirez, Onshu, and then Suzuki dropped back, round out the top 10 ahead of Rodrigo, Vietti, Binder, Tuba, and Fogger grabbing the final point ahead of Kornfeld. In the end, he really dropped back in his last couple of laps. Sasaki rounds out the top 20 with Amos in 24th, disappointing after a great qualifying. And Masaki rounding out the field. So in the championship, Canet leads by 14 points ahead of Antonelli. We've got Mazia in third. Hang on. Wasn't it the other way around? Or were they level on points? They were level on points, weren't they? So yeah, Canet ahead of Antonelli. Mazia, we're in 4th with 15 points behind the Spaniard and 7 ahead of Della Porte. We've got Mino, Suzuki, Onshu, Ramirez, Rodrigo rounding out the top 10 ahead of Vietti. McPhee up to 12 ahead of Tuba and Arbolono. And then in the Riders' Championship, 88 points. We're on the edge of winning that Riders' Championship. We needed a 90-point gap in the final 2 rounds. So all we need to do is score points, and then we've won it. For Max Racing, as we've got Best to buy in second, 27 points ahead of Sync 58. And then Leopard in 4th, KTM in 5th. Ahead of Sky Racing Team VR46, Cassini, Honda Team Major, Sonia Spirita. The Snipers now into 9th.
Making the podium is always a positive result, but it's also true that this rider could have gone further today. It's definitely a result, though, which bodes well for future races.
Has achieved everything. As in Phillip Island, Monster Energy Yamaha victory. As Rossi takes his Yamaha to the top step of the podium. Marcus Rossi, when I take to the track, I always think about winning, but today we're happy with 2nd place. I know his brother does the business in the Moto2 race with grit and determination. As Canet takes a victory worthy of a veteran. A tough race by all turned out perfect. I know that there was a hard-fought battle going on behind me. Stone put on an impressive performance today. So heading to the penultimate round of the season. Can we make up for a mistake here in Phillip Island? Around the Sepang International Circuit and take victory in the penultimate round of the season. While our teammate Nux to wrap up the title ahead of Antonelli. And of course the team, they're going to wrap up the team's title as well. So thanks for watching, and we'll find out next time.